Hey everybody, Doug Mystic Eye here. Just getting ready to do our next turn of Zombicide Prison Outbreak. And I got a little surprise for this video in that trying out something new. And it's not new for everybody who's done video playthroughs or game playthroughs, but it's definitely new for me. One of my fellow gamers, friend from down under, Dan the Man on Board Game Geek, is actually going to help me with this playthrough. And what's cool about that is, while I'm here in Texas, he's down in Australia, and we're coordinating our efforts so that he can play one of the characters. Now, the character that he's going to play, he's decided to play Belle. Not a bad character, she's pretty awesome. She's probably going to be one of the first ones to get up in experience here. So, we're going to start our playthrough, and I think that as a result of that, and not just because of that, because I think it'll make sense, we're probably going to start with Watts or maybe the folks on to go before Belle, so I can take the turn the way that Dan has requested. Yeah, I don't know, it might be worthwhile to start with her and see how that goes. So why don't we do that? I think that I'm going to take the first player marker and start with Belle. So let's get to the table and take Belle's turn. Alright, well, without much preamble, we're going to get right into the gameplay. We're going to start with Belle's turn. Now, if you recall looking at her sheet a minute ago, she does have a katana and a hatchet. The katana is not a dual-wield weapon, so she can use it, but that's what she'd be using. So anyway, for her first action, she's actually going to search the police car. Since she's right there, she might as well take a peek inside, see what else she can get after finding a hatchet. So we're going to do that right now, and I'm going to draw a card from the deck. Now, remember when drawing these cards from the police car, kukri. Wow, that's interesting. So anyway, here's what she got. So I was going to say, from when drawing these cards, you have to draw a weapon, and the first card I drew was a weapon, so that's okay. I do believe that's going to put her hatchet. Yeah, maybe she'll go kukri and hatchet so she can use them both, but the katana does a little better, I think. We'll take a look at that, and we'll see how she wants to equip herself. So Belle is loaded with melee weapons. As you can see, she's brimming with blades. But I think she's going to keep with the katana and the hatchet for now, or at least the katana. She can use the hatchet if she wants to, and we're going to continue on with taking her turn. Okay, for her second action, she's going to move into this space here with Watts, and for her third action, she's going to move into here. Now, her ability, she does have a free move action, so she still actually has an action available to her. And what she's going to do is she's going to actually hit with the hatchet, strangely enough. Well, so 2 dice at 4 or better, or 1 dice at 3 or better. I think she'll stick with the katana and roll 2 dice. So let's get to the dice roller, and we'll get going. Okay, well, she did get 1 4, so that's enough with the katana to kill the walker that's in there, and that's going to give her an experience point. Okay, that's going to put her exactly at 6 right there. So she's getting really close to popping over to the yellow threat level, which will give her an extra action. She's going to be full of actions at that point, and allow her to move quickly. But I don't think we're going to have her pick up that objective token. I think we're going to have Watts do it. Since we're going to go to yellow, we might as well start getting everybody else up close to it too. Okay, well, I'd like to thank Dan for his moves. I think we followed his orders with the exception of killing a zombie, which just happened to work out with her extra move. He wanted to search the police car, then move along with Watts, and he did so. So thanks, Dan. I look forward to your next move with Belle. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're moving on to Shannon. So Shannon's armed to the teeth, but she's also got a zombie in her space, and we'll show you that. So I believe even with the gun blade here, she's better off using that than the meat cleaver. Meat cleaver has a 3+ and it does 2 points of damage, but she doesn't need that. As a blade, the gun blade does 2 points of damage as well, but needs a 4, but rolls 2 dice. So I think we're going to do that. But let's go to the board and I'll show you the scenario. Okay, this is Shannon right here, and you can see that she's got a walker standing right in front of her. So I think she's going to attack that walker immediately. Now again, she took the purple objective token and has 5 experience as well. So killing that zombie is going to put her at 6 too. But let's go roll the dice. Okay. here's our dice roll. She missed, but that was her first action. So for her second action, she's going to roll again. And she rolled a 6. So it took 2 actions to take the zombie down there. So we're going to pan back to the table, and we're going to take care of that. Okay, well, Shannon, she removed this zombie. She killed it, and it goes off the table. That was her second action. So for her third action, she's going to move here, and that will end her turn. So Watts here with the pistol and the chainsaw really wanted to do some chainsawing on a zombie, but he'll have to settle for a couple pistol shots down the way. You know, I did forget to put some noise tokens out, so I will make sure to do that as well. But let's pop over to Watts and take his turn. Just as a note, Shannon's gun blade, if you look right here, the blade portion of it is silent, so it doesn't generate a noise token when she took out that zombie there. So here we are with Watts. Now, he's got some zombies coming around the corner here after him. But he is going to take a shot at this one. He might as well before he moves in and picks up that token, the objective token. And to do that, he's going to need to roll a 4 on 1 dice with his pistol. So he shoots down the street at the zombie, and well, let's make the roll. Okay, here we go. He rolled a 2, so he missed, took a shot, pow, missed, and now he's going to move into the building. Okay, so with Watts, the first thing we do is we put down a noise token there because he popped off a shot from the pistol, and then he moves in here where he will take this objective token, which is going to give him 5 experience points. This will be the first experience that he gets. Okay, here's Watts. You see I've adjusted his experience, and here's his objective token. I'll just put it on there as a reminder that he did get that. And we'll continue on next with Joshua. Now Joshua here, he's got a nice big shotgun in his nightstick, but he's also inside a moving police car. So I think for his first action, I think killing the zombie there is going to take priority. He could just drive by it and try and run it over. So he's got to roll a 1. He's got to roll a dice for every zombie in his space with the car. His shotgun might have a better chance of taking that one zombie out, so I'm going to take a look at that and see what we want to do there. But anyway, he's going to be driving the police car backwards around the corner, so we'll see how that goes. So here's Joshua. You can see he's got this zombie here with him. Now if he tries to run him over with the car, he's going to get to roll 1 die, and on a 4, 5, or 6 he'll kill the zombie. But I think he's going to point out the passenger side window, take a shot with the shotgun for 2 dice, needing a 4. So let's go to the dice roller and do that. Okay, here we go. Well, he hit on both, 6 and a 4. Boom! So this zombie here has been killed. I'm going to give Joshua an experience point, and we also create a noise token there. Now, for his next action, he's going to back into here. That's 2. And let's see, he's got to roll for that zombie, so let's go. Okay, so let's go back to the dice roller and roll that one. 3, so he missed with the car. The zombie's still there. And he doesn't want to get caught in a space with a zombie. So, I think for his next action, he's actually going to pull forward. That'll keep him safe. Now, he's going to have to drive around the corner and catch up to the rest of the crew, or he's going to get left behind, and that's never a good thing. But he did get 1 experience. We're going to take care of that on his character sheet, and we'll move on to grind log. So that was the first experience for Joshua, so he's got quite a ways to go. But now we're going to move on to Grindlock's turn. Okay, here we got Grindlock. He's got his fire axe and sawed off, so he's feeling pretty good. I think he was not going to bother searching anymore. This is, again, not a very big scenario. I think he's going to head towards the next objective token, which is, I'll show you where that is from him. So, moving to the board, we'll show you what we got to do next. Okay, here's Grindlock. He's this guy right here with the chainsaw. So I think he's going to move here. I mean, I should have him search just for the heck of it. You never know if they're going to get a better weapon. Or he might. No, he won't trade. I think that, well, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, so basically he's going to move 1 to here. Question is, does he bother to search or does he keep moving? Well, if he keeps moving, he could end up with zombies in between him and the rest of the players. So I think he's going to, well, you know, he could get to the area with the door. He's got a fire axe and a sawed-off shotgun. He's not in bad shape. I think we're going to keep moving him. He can search inside a building as he goes. There's action, his move 2, and he's also got the taunt ability, which we may use if the zombies start chasing the other people around. And 3, he has moved down to here. Now we're taking a little bit of risk, but again, there's not a lot of zombies out yet, so I don't think we're in that bad a shape. But that's going to end Grindlock's turn, and we're going to move on to our last character, Kim. Okay, so here's Kim. She is, you know, she's got the clawed hammer and the other kukri that's in the game. Belle has the other one. She could move in and trade with Belle, but I looked at the stats actually, and even with the dual kukri, that's going to give her 2 dice to roll with a 4+, and the clawed hammer already has 3 dice with a 5+, but it's 3 dice already. So I don't know that that's going to be much better for her. I think she's better off moving and searching in that vehicle again to see if she can find a firearm. So let's go to the table. Okay, here's Kim. She's going to move up 1 here, and then we're going to go to the deck and have her search the police car. So again, when searching the police car, she's going to search it until she finds a weapon. So let's draw the deck, and she found a hatchet. Now, this is interesting because Belle also has a hatchet. If she trades the hatchet with Belle, she will have 2 weapons that do a 3+. Now it's only 1 dice, but she'll get 2 dice at 3+ instead of 3 dice at 5+. That sounds like a better deal. I think we might do that as her 3rd action. So let's go back around to their player cards and take a look at that. Okay, so here's what we did. So for Kim's last action, she took the 2 hatchets. So she's like, kind of like her character here, and if she ever finds another clawed hammer, maybe she can get that going too. That'd be 6 dice. It's not too bad. But right now she's got 2 dice with a 3+, only doing 1 damage. That's the drawback here. But even with the hammer, she was only doing 1 damage. So she's better off than she was. And what she did then was she did give the kukri to Belle, just because she has the other one, might as well. And maybe that'll come in handy later. Probably not, but we'll see. And that's going to end Kim's turn, which is going to end the player's turn. So the first thing we're going to do is look to see if any zombies attack. Now here we are at the zombie turn, and to be honest, there's no zombies that can really attack anybody, but there are some that can move. And we got a scenario here where we may be splitting again. This one here actually was right here. He was with the car. He's definitely going to move to here. There's noise there and a player with a big giant police car roaming around. So that's a no-brainer. This guy here has line of sight on 2 characters, either Grindlock there or Shannon and Kim, or sorry, Shannon. Oh yeah, wait, I made a mistake on Kim's turn actually. They can't do that trade yet. That's Shannon that's there, not Belle. So I need to correct that on their cards. But regardless, be that as it may, she had another action. So I think what we're going to do with Kim then, after her first search, would be to search again. Let's take a moment back before we move the rest of the zombies and do that. I'll make that correction immediately. So first off, I put her card back to the way it should be with the clawed hammer up front. She did collect the new hatchet, so she put that there as her second weapon. And I fixed Belle's sheet again to back to the way it was. So anyway, we're going to search the deck one more time for Kim. Okay, here we are at the deck, and got the Wakizashi. That's interesting. So, you know, she really needs to get the Belle now because she's got stuff to trade. If she gets the Wakizashi to see if if equipped, gain +2 dice with a katana, so that's a no-brainer. In the next move, hey Dan, in the next move we got to get Belle and Kim connected so they can trade some stuff. We'll probably just move them into that next space there and get that done. Anyway, I'm going to put this on Kim's character sheet, and we'll continue on then with the zombie turn. Okay, so back to the zombies. We already moved that one. That's no problem. We got this one here. You know, actually, he can probably, if you look at it, he could see the car and knows about the movement. So I think clearly he would move here and not split. I think that makes sense. And this one has clear line of sight on multiple characters, so he's going to move here. Now, we also have some zombies down here. Over on this side. There's not very many on the table yet, so it's making moves easy. But this one's simply going to move here because he can see Grindlock up in there in this space. And those two are just going to huddle against the barbed wire fence and tear their flesh in an ugly, meaty, sickly sound, just like on Walking Dead against the barbed wire. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've done our zombie moves and there were no attacks, we're going to do our zombie spawns. So spawning in this turn didn't go as well for us, and you'll see why. Now on our first spawn point on this side of the board, we just spawned one walker. Not a huge crisis, not a big deal. Now, over here though, we spawned two berserker walkers, as you can see on the card right there. They are nasty, or nastier, because we can only kill them with melee weapons. That's not as good. I was hoping to shoot them through the fence, so you can see how that strategically deters our plans a little bit. Now up here we have a cool little scenario going down here to show you, which is something new from this series. You see this lovely lady here. Isn't she beautiful? Berserker Walker. And here we have the Berserker Fatty, which I showed you in another video, but there he is in all his ugliness. And another Berserker Walker there. So that takes care of that card. That's no good. And then we're going to go across over there where we just had another walker come out. Nothing dramatic. But still, we got a bunch of berserkers on the board. And remember that berserker zombies can only be hit by melee. So here was our last zombie spawn for the turn. He's just one little walker right there. Even though it's we're starting to get some action on the board. I can see that we're going to have some fights on our hands pretty soon. And as I feared, just a little bit, Grindlock has got a zombie here and a bunch of zombies here that are going to get in his face. So he's going to be going crazy with the chainsaw now, or with the fire axe, because the fire axe does 2 points of damage, and to kill that fatty he's going to need to do 2 points. And it's got to be with a melee weapon, so he's at least in a decent place to kill it. But that is going to end our turn. So first off, I wanted to thank Dan a great deal for helping and participating in playing our playthrough. And I'll just slowly pan the board and show you the action. I'll just pan where there's something to actually look at. And that is going to end our turn. So I look forward to it again. And again, our friend Dan down in Australia is going to be controlling Bell. He'll be giving me his next moves. Hopefully what he'll want to do is go trade with Kim, at least as part of the move. But we'll see. He might have a better idea. And you know, if any of you have any suggestions for the other characters, by all means throw them out there, and I'll take the best ones and act on them if possible. At any rate, the other thing I want to tell you is, if you are watching and you continue to watch, I'm about ready to put up a contest and give some stuff away. I have a pretty big game closet, and some of them haven't been opened as I've gotten them in, you know, at events and conventions as raffles and things like that. And they're not games I'm particularly into, but they're on the shelf, so I'm more than happy to give them to my fellow gamers at BGG. So keep an eye out. I'm not sure when I'm going to sneak that in. Maybe the next video of this, or maybe another session that I want to do for another game. But anyway, it will be coming soon. So thank you so much for watching. I hope your New Year's kicking off right, and that everyone you know and love is well. Thanks, and take care.